Right now, though, very happy to welcome Willie Wright from Cabins on the phone. How are you, buddy?
Not too bad, are you?
I hear you're convalescing a bit from a gig injury last weekend.
Yeah, yes I am. It's been good though. I get to eat all the painkillers, codeine and morphine I can swallow.
Maybe we'll see a slightly more psychedelic set from Cabins in Melbourne this weekend.
Yeah, well I think I'll be wearing a kilt or a skirt because I can't put my own jeans on.
That's a good look. It's pretty rock and roll.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get some Melbourne people to help you put your jeans on before the show.
Yeah, or even on stage during the show.
Give us a bit of history of Cabins. I'm sure many Melbourne people will be aware of the band, but you're just on the verge of putting out your debut record. Tell us how long the band's been playing and where you started.
Yeah, well, we all really met in high school. I guess it's a pretty cliche rock band sort of story, but yeah, we all met around year 8. We're roughly the same age. We're all 20 now, or one of us is 21.
How was your year 8 musical prowess? Was it good?
Oh, shocking. We were pretty much an Incubus cover band.
Nice.
But yeah, and then we just kind of entered Talent Quest and that sort of thing, and yeah, I guess here we are. Now we're releasing an album on Friday. How
did you come to the attention of the Ivy League guys? I've got a lot of time for that label. There's good quality control and so many great bands over the years. Did you approach them or the other way around?
Yeah, they're fantastic. Well, I think it was just a matter of being in the right place at the right time. We were really lucky that we kind of asked some of them to come to a show we did in Balmain at the Cat and Fiddle in Sydney, and I'm sure they'll get a lot of that sort of stuff. And my dad knew one of the girls from the management team, and so we just kind of asked them to come along. Didn't expect them to actually come, and they did, and it just happened to be an available night for them. And yeah, we got talking after that show, and they just kind of kept an eye on us after that before signing us to Winterman and Goldstein, which is like a management company, management team kind of off Ivy League. And then recently we signed to Ivy League. We've kind of felt like we were part of the Ivy League team before that anyway, but
yeah,
it's good to officially be on it.
Were you fans of bands like the Vines or Jet or things that they'd done in the past?
Definitely. We were big fans of the Vines, and it was because the first tour we did were a few shows with the Vines just after we signed to the label, and we couldn't believe it. Like, we were just like big fans, and now we're friends with them and we keep in touch. Well, some of them anyway.
Nice one. Now, I want to play a couple of tracks from the band, so we won't chat for too long, but talk to me about your times in Melbourne so far. You've done a couple of tours with bigger bands like Wolf and Cub. Do you feel like you've built an affinity with the audience down here?
Yeah, we've made a lot of friends, and I hope so. We usually get a good crowd in Melbourne. Melbourne's great for crowds of Indian rock bands, which I can't say the same about other parts of Australia, but it's been really fun so far, and we've been staying in great places and not so great places, but that has been equally as fun in Melbourne. There's been a lot of dramatic experiences and stuff like that. I love Melbourne. There's always so much going on.
Last time I saw you was when you were on the Mess Hall run, which I think was pretty much right around the country. Any stories to tell from that tour?
Yeah, we a lot actually. We set up. Well, I'm not sure if it was one of us, but we were staying in a Formula One hotel in Melbourne, and we got a fire alarm go off in the hotel room, and I was kind of passed out at the time, and then I came to, and everyone's running out of their room, screaming, grabbing all their things while the fire alarm's going off, and a klaxon, and someone over a loudspeaker saying, "Forget your belongings, run outside, go to your nearest exit," and all this sort of stuff. And I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll have another glass of wine and I'll go to the toilet and then I'll meet and run outside. And my friend Daniel, the other guitarist, is banging on the door of the toilet saying, "Oh man, I can smell smoke, we've got to get out of here, I can see smoke." And we were all really drunk, and so I said, alright, pulled it in, and I grabbed my glass and I grabbed my guitar in a bag and I ran outside, and I was just in my boxer shorts. and it turned out to be some guy just picked up the red fire alarm phone, and it caused all these ambulances to go, all the fire engines to come and stuff like that.
You haven't been banned from Formula One hotels, have you?
No, I think you've got to do something really horrific to get banned from that place.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, well, Caverns will be in Melbourne this weekend, so head out and see him play. Have you got the venue details of where you're playing?
The Hi-Fi Bar, I know that much.
Nice one. All right, so head out and see Caverns play, and hopefully you'll be back soon. Are you coming back to do your own headline run anytime soon?
Hopefully, I think after this tour we'll be looking into making our own tour. And definitely be in Melbourne.
You've recorded with Woody Anderson, who of course has done Children Collide record. Did he give you any kind of tips when he first took you into the studio?
Well, he definitely kept us in line. We would have been mucking around a lot more if it wasn't for him, especially because of how little time we had to record it. But I guess he told us to knuckle down and be focused the whole time and not so much on, having fun during the record, even though we still had fun, but we really kept into it, I guess.
All right, nice one. Well, these guys are heading to town this weekend. Go and see them play. They are Caverns, and this is I'm going to hear 2 tracks from their brand new record, Bright Victory. Thanks for the call.
No worries. Thanks for having me.